welcome to the show True Equality. And my name is Alexandra Oaks. I will be your host from here on out. Now, there have been a lot of things happening here in America that really concern a lot of the citizens, and it's even concerning a lot of people of the world. Now, there are so many issues to talk about, but I'm just going to start off with one. What is true equality to you? The world may tell you it lies in equal paychecks or equal rights, but none of that really matters when you get down to the heart of it. Because what is it? Not everyone has the same exact situations that another person has. Not everyone is living in poverty while the others are rich and famous. One thing that made our country great is that we all were free to buy and sell equally. And there were no restrictions except for what was immorally wrong. And please forgive me, this is my first time for doing this, but it wasn't this person got this much money for whatever they needed. People worked for what they got. And so they're trying to say, oh, these people need this to be equal with everyone else. No, everyone is equal in the sight of God. Everyone was made the same as everyone else. And that brings up another point. The government is giving titles of nobility to other people. Now, they're not coming out and saying this, especially not since it is in our Bill of Rights or Constitution. I can't remember which one that says not to do this. But what they're doing is the taxes that we're supposed to pay, the Congress and other men and women in ruling status are being cut from these taxes. They don't have to pay. But why is that? Why should they get tax breaks? Yes, we pay our taxes to fund them, but if all of us are paying to fund them and they're not having to pay the taxes, then the money is not staying in equal circuit and they're getting to keep pretty much everything. So there are a lot of bills being passed, and there are a lot of things going on that we really need to stand up against and say, no, you can't pass this on us because this violates our Constitution and it violates our true rights. What is our true rights, you may ask? A lot of people say, we have the right to be a homosexual couple and get married. Well, do you? I mean, yes, everyone has free choice, but it goes beyond that. By them saying we have a right to do this, our government is basically encouraging them to do something immoral and wrong by what they're passing. And we as Americans were blessed by being moral back then, by doing what is right. Not only in the sight of God, but in the sight of others. We were a city on the hill, and we need to stand up and be that once again. But lately we've been falling down and doing so much wrong that in no time we're going to become just like all of the other nations. We might even become a third world country. But it doesn't start with the passing, or it doesn't end with the passing of laws and the creation of new rights. It starts with the people coming back and being the people we need to be. Now, to be the people we need to be, we need to educate ourselves truly. This brings up another point on public schools. What are you learning in public schools these days? You should leave me a comment. Just tell me one good thing you're learning. And honestly, just a couple of years ago, I went to public school. And a couple years now later, I can't remember a lot of what I learned. And now that I'm remembering even some of the things I've learned, it doesn't mean anything. If you don't learn the basis for things, and you don't learn why something is the way it is, you're never going to be able to remember it because it'll mean nothing to you. And what is this world? What is everything if it doesn't mean anything? All of these things and more are what we're going to be talking about on our show. Please leave me a comment, question, or concern. I'd love to answer your questions. This has been Alex Oakes here on the show. Thanks for listening.
Everybody's waiting, everybody's watching, even when you're sleeping. Keep your eyes